Here are some local events you may want to check out. The county's annual tire recycling collection will take place on Saturday, April 26th from 8 a.m. to noon in the Civic Center parking lot in Evansville. The first 4 passenger car or light truck tires are free. Learn about sustainable landscaping with Mike Below on Tuesday, May 6th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Central Library. The Rockin' River City Ride and Glow Run, as well as the River Run, are coming up in May. Go to rockinrivercityride.org and evansvilleriverrun.com for more details. Streets Alive will transform city streets into a park for the afternoon of Sunday, May 18th. Bike, walk, skate, take a dance class, learn about yoga or Zumba. Farmers markets are opening up for the season. Here's when they start and their regular hours. Several decades ago, kids weren't dropped off and picked up from school in a car. They walked or biked. So what are some local schools doing to encourage a return to that physical activity in kids' daily routines?
The HEROES program assists schools in changing their culture based on the 8 components of the Coordinated School Health Model set forth by the CDC. The physical education and physical activity component that focuses on implementing SPARK, which is a research-based physical education class program. And then we also focus on starting physical activity in the classroom, as well as walking programs in the morning. Childhood obesity has tripled over the last 30 years. 1 in 3 children are either overweight or obese. And the increase in calories in general is, in calories and sugar and everything in our diets, that's really contributed to overweightness and obesity, as well as the decrease in physical activity. More children have increased screen time nowadays, and they're not walking and biking to school, whether that's for safety reasons or just convenience reasons. With an assessment of our Healthy Community Partnership counties, we found that there is a need for getting more students walking and basically more activity into their daily routines. So the Safe Routes to School is a way to do that, rather than them just getting dropped off right by the school.
Safe Routes to School program is a program that encourages students to walk and bike to school. The program provides funding for improvements such as sidewalk improvements, crosswalk improvements, bike lanes, anything that would provide a safer environment for students walking to school.
The goals of the Safe Routes program is to implement more physical activity into their daily routines. Any extra steps that the students can get, they're going to benefit from the physical activity, and it helps get some of that energy out that they have in the mornings and helps them focus more in the classroom and just be more attentive in general. Things just they're not walkable, and so another part of Safe Routes to School is that it can identify infrastructure changes that need to happen to make our environment more safe and more walkable.
T-Couple has been a part of the Safe Routes to School grant. They have a great need in their area. The parking lot is across the street from the school. There's a lot of traffic that travels on T-Couple. So in collaboration with the Evansville Metropolitan Organization and the City of Evansville, we collectively work together, and we're hoping that the traffic calming measures that will take place in front of the school will help slow drivers down a little bit, just to be aware of kids, because kids can be a little erratic.
Having a safe walking environment to school is great for kids because it gets them out, it gets them active, it's a chance for them to socialize with their friends along the way to school. And also I think it's a great responsibility lesson for students, just to know that they are trusted enough to be able to get outside and walk to school and not have to depend on parents or a bus driver or anything like that.
Whenever we did an assessment of our Healthy Communities Partnership counties, we found that there was a need for more students walking to and from school, basically a way to get them to be moving more in their daily routines. Elberfeld Elementary has a designated Safe Routes to School coordinator that she's in charge of doing a walk audit to assess the walkability and the safety of the environment around the school. and then also approaching the parents and the students to encourage walking to and from school.
Previously, the Safe Routes to School program was a federal program that had a dedicated funding source. And in 2012, there was a new transportation bill passed, and there were 3 basically non-motorized transportation programs that were combined into one source, the Transportation Alternatives Program. Basically, that means if a school or a community wants to apply for Safe Routes to School funding, they would be competing with the 2 other programs that were combined under the Transportation Alternatives Program. With more students walking to school, it will ultimately reduce the amount of vehicles on the street. It will reduce the amount of pollution that's created. It would just create a better environment, I think, for everybody around the school and community.
It's important for kids to walk or bike to school to start their days off right with some physical activity to get their blood pumping and get them ready and engaged, kind of get the wiggles out. To start their day off right and be ready for academics. But again, because walking to school has so many obstacles, many of our schools have walking programs at the schools themselves where they're walking either outside when the weather is conducive on their facilities or inside the building, possibly in their gym or in their halls.
There is a parent survey that is a part of the Safe Routes to School initiative, which reaches out to parents and communicates the benefits of walking or biking to school. Whether that's academic achievement or working towards a healthy weight.
There are a lot of challenges for kids to walk or bike to school. Certainly the absence of safe sidewalks, if they are raised or not in existence at all, creates a problem when they're, again, specifically like Teacup, as most of our schools are surrounded by a lot of traffic. So there is a safety concern there. I know parents are concerned about students walking by themselves. They certainly don't want them to be a target for any predators who may try to take advantage of them. So we try to encourage school children walking together, maybe families taking that opportunity. And I know that's not always easy as well, with parents having to rush off to work and take care of their responsibilities.
Students that currently walk or bike to school, building on that excitement, and they're showing that it's already being done at the schools. So kind of using those as a catalyst to build the amount of students that are walking or biking to school. Just because they show that it can be done and it is being done, and just building on that is a big part of our initiative as well.
You can watch this and other archived episodes of Healthy Air, Healthy Communities on our website at WNIN.org. You can also like us on Facebook. You can have fun on vacation and keep your environmental impact in mind too. And if you have kids in school, see if walking or biking to school works for your family, even if it's just a few times a week. Join us next month as we explore the millennials' worldview on transportation and housing issues. What are they looking for? We'll also check into some local walking and biking groups that you can join. This has been Healthy Air, Healthy Communities. Thanks for watching.
Funding provided by the U.S. Department of Transportation CMAQ program.